This is the Sparrow, and for a long time this has been one of the best helicopters in GTA Online, but with its recent buff, is it now even better? Well, I thought I'd test this, and there are plenty of tests out there about how many rockets this thing takes, but I thought I'd do some proper consumer research and start with how many times can you crack this thing with a faggio. So, the old Sparrow pre-buff can take 12 faggio hits and 4 shots with the heavy revolver. Now that is with the armour piercing ammunition. So now I thought, one of the problems with this has always been that it's made out of bits of paper and string, so it's incredibly fragile. So I thought, as part of this detailed and useful consumer information, I thought I'd see how many times you can hit it with a stick before it explodes. And I've got to admit, I didn't think it was going to do quite this well. So my little dude here is really building up his arm muscles on this one. So this has always been the biggest problem with the Sparrow. I've blown mine up just by running into it before. So the buff was very, very well received when it was announced, and I think we all got a little bit excited about how good it could be, but also we were keen to make sure it didn't end up being overpowered. Now I've got to admit, I actually, as well as thinking it wouldn't take this long, I also didn't think I'd miss quite as often as I have. Finally we have fire. So it's obviously just about done. Just need to hit it a few more times, then surely it will just explode. Unfortunately it'll kill my poor little man. Come on, one more hit. Maybe one more. Is that it? So, 464 hits.
Well, that was disappointing.
So now let's have a look at the buffed Sparrow. So as you can see, it has no explosive resistance at all. So it's still one RPG or explosive to get rid of it. But with the first test, we're already up to reloading. We need to reload, it takes that many. So we're up to 7. So 7 doesn't sound like much, but it is almost twice the resistance to, shall we say, small arms fire or just any kind of gunshots. And on to the faggio hits, because I know this is a really important thing that you all need to know. Now, for some reason, it only took 10. I'll come back to why I think that is in a second, but I thought I'd throw another test in here for you, because this is something that always happens. The slightest little clip of a building and you explode, so I thought I'd fly around and see how many buildings I can crash into before it actually exploded. And we actually have 5 reasonably hard hits, which, that's not bad at all. For something that used to explode if you broke wind too close to it, to be able to sort of nudge buildings 5 times is quite good. And back to the hitting with the upgraded Sparrow, and 464 is what the old one took, and that was somewhere around here. I've got to admit, I kind of lost the will to live doing this a little bit. Seriously, this dude's going to have some serious biceps by the time he's finished this. Now, what this extra resistance means is you're not going to suffer quite as much with one of the most annoying things that can usually kill your Sparrow, and that's hard landings. Even one reasonably hard landing can see your Sparrow smoking, and then it's only a matter of time before the damn thing explodes. So the extra resistance is really, really welcome. But let's get back to this high quality consumer research. So after a couple of day and night cycles, we got to 7,313 and 1 grenade. So the old Sparrow could take 400 hits, the new one 7,000 and 1 grenade. So is it worth it? Absolutely. It's a shame there's no explosive resistance. I would have liked to have seen it take at least 1 rocket. However, you do have options for flares. So you can use the flares. If you use them well enough, then you can avoid the rockets with that. So all in all, I think it's a decent buff. It's not overpowered, but it has really improved it. It improved its overall usability. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.